Hey everybody, the title's all messed up. I will go in and fix it after this. It won't let me edit, and I wanted to get live because I'm actually sitting outside of my next appointment. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about money mindset today and how I manifested double my income without doing any extra work. Just give me 1 second. Okay. So I'm going to kind of go over how to get yourself there, the most common roadblocks I see that are hindering yourself from reaching your goals, and some tips, tools, and strategies to get you to making more money. How does that sound? I'm pretty sure all of us want to make more money, and so I want to talk a little bit about that. But first off, if you are here live, say hi. I would love to see who's on. It would be phenomenal to kind of see who's watching. Also, I need to make sure I can see the comments. That would be phenomenal. If you are watching the replay, then just comment #replay, or if you are coming in a little later. But yeah, if you could say hi, I would love to say hi. See that you guys could see the comments because I can't see them, but I know there's a delay. So also just comment throughout this live for any feedback or anything you want to share, or if you have any aha moments, you're like, oh my gosh, that's me. We are starting to do raffles every Friday in the group, and the reason we're doing this is we wanted to make it more interactive. And so the people that comment the most get entered into the raffle and can win on a weekly basis, but this was to make it just more fun. Make the group more fun, make it more exciting, make people want to have this community and build together and all of that. So I'm not seeing comments. I don't know if they're just not going through or what. So unfortunately, still comment. I will read them after my appointment. So sorry about that. Anyway, so we're going to talk about money mindset, and I'm going to share with you how I manifested everything I've wanted in my life since I divorced 7 years ago. With that being said, I do have some notes. If you hear paper, it's just because I've been up since 2:30 because I don't know what it is about this live, but I was super excited about it. And I was like, I need to write everything in my head down so that I make sure I cover everything for you guys. So with that being said, I have some notes. I don't want to forget anything. So this live is purely on money and mindset, like my two favorite things. And so I want to kind of start off with this. When it comes to money mindset and manifestation, if you think it's hard, it's only hard because you believe it's hard. And it's only difficult, whether it's real estate, manifestation, money, getting money, that kind of thing, because you expect it to be difficult. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's think of it this way. You know that quote, if you believe you can, you are right. And if you believe you can't, you are right. I use it all the time. It's one of my favorite quotes. It's all on a belief system here. And this is all beginning and ending with you. I do so much work on manifestation and discarding limiting beliefs. A lot of you know this who have followed me for a long time. You guys know that I do this. And to give you like a brief overview for those of you that are new, 7 years ago in February, I went through a divorce. I was a stay-at-home mom. I had a 2.5-year-old at the time. He's 9.5 now. You see him randomly on the Zoom calls. His name is Hunter. But I was a stay-at-home mom. I did these odds and end jobs, but it was definitely not enough to live off of. I lived in the middle of Kansas. He was military. We were high school sweethearts. I all of a sudden was getting divorced, losing everything I knew. I lost I had 4 animals with him. They all had to stay with him. I did get my son. That's all that mattered. And we moved to Miami because my mom was moving there. So when we did that and we moved to Miami, I went from paying really cheap rent to triple the income, and it just got to be a lot. And I was very, very broke. I was very scared. I was newly divorced. I never had lived on my own. We met when we were 16. So living on my own, no. I had roommates during college, and then I moved in right with him at 21. We got married. And so I had to do a lot of mindset work to get me into a better position to where I am today. So coming from then and remembering all the breakdowns I had at my first apartment in Sunrise, Florida, and I was not in the best parts of town. It was pretty terrifying. I loved my neighbors though. They were so sweet. They looked out for me, but it was terrifying. I was very, very broke. I was very negative in my account, and I needed a change. Fast forward 7 years after doing manifestation, mindset work, and all of that, I ended up manifesting. I moved into, in 2020, a $500,000 home on the canal It's now worth over $750,000 with the inflation. I have a pool. Like, I manifested this stuff, and it's not in a way to brag. It's to show you that this shit works, guys. So listen to me. Listen to the people that talk about this, because it works. And so the biggest thing you need to do, though, to kind of get away from these limiting beliefs and really believe in manifestation, is you have to do the inner work. You need to become a match and align with what you want to do. And you want to show up as that person that is worthy of making that kind of money and that kind of manifestation. And it doesn't mean you have to buy designer clothes. I've seen the most beautifully people dressed in clothes from Walmart. You just style it. Just show up. Do your hair. Do your makeup. Like, do all of this stuff every day, even though you might be working from home. But show up and become someone that believes that she is worthy of making the kind of money that you want to make to be in real estate. And you have to believe it with everything you have, and you have to believe you're worthy of it. And start small, okay? And I'll explain that here in a little bit. But when you believe that, there's this level of empowerment for what you create. And so when you believe with everything inside of you and you trust your desires are your safe guidance system. And so go off of them and follow the next step that your desire creates for you. And I'll explain that here in a second. But when you trust your feelings and you trust your intuition, if it feels good, go for it. If it does not feel good, now don't mistake fear with intuition. They are two totally different things. That's a whole other mindset topic I can do. But if your intuition is saying this is not a good idea, then listen to that. But if this is, obviously you guys are in this group for a reason, you believe real estate investing is going to get you where you need to go, then you need to listen to that intuition and trust yourself. And I can't see the comments, but I will read them later. So if you agree with this, just kind of like comment throughout the live. It's just unfortunate I can't see them. But once you are aligned, you're going to take what we called inspired action. And that's the universe's way of telling you how to reach your ultimate goals. And the steps have no choice but to come when you believe it's 100% going to happen for you. When you started thinking, I have to get out of this 9-to-5, or I need to get a job, or I want financial freedom, for whatever reason it was that you decided that real estate was it, when you started thinking of that financial freedom and how can I make money and how the heck can I get out of this job and be with my kids or be around my family, or I just want to freaking travel and I can't do it because I'm tied to a desk job. When you started thinking of that, somehow real estate investing was what came across from you, right? Somehow, some way, someone mentioned it, or you came across a post or what have you, and this was the universe or God or whatever you believe's in way of giving you this desire. This is your lottery ticket to your freedom. And it gave you this way, your intuition. You wanted more money, you wanted freedom, so God, the universe, said, okay, let me implant the idea of real estate investing into her head. Don't ignore that, y'all. This is its way of literally telling you and helping you reach your desires. So you want to go into this true belief. You don't want to doubt it. And if you doubt it will work for you, then this isn't going to happen for you. And I hate to say it that way. If you have doubts that this isn't really going to work, that there's no way this can possibly work for you, then it's not going to happen for you. But if you can make one right move because you feel like in your body that without a doubt this is what you need to be doing and this is what you want to do, and you make that one move and that makes you a shit ton of money for it, could you imagine when you're fully aligned and you get in this like step of inspired steps and it makes you millions because you are like, there's no doubt this is gonna happen. And I know real estate. She's doing it. I mean, Laura started with no mentorship off a book and was fresh off from Italy. Like, she barely knew English. Her accent was incredibly strong and she did it. And so I tell people, if she can do it, you can do it, right? So let's talk about a little bit about blocks. And because the topic of the week is mindset, I'm going to address some blocks around mindset and money. Last year, and my students know this, but last year I decided I was going to make more money without adding any more to my plate to make it. And I know that money can come from all types of places, all different types of avenues, and not just what I was currently doing, which was real estate investing and coaching. So I challenged myself. I started reading all these books on money mindset. I mean, I read like 5 or 6 books, and I started doing all of their exercises. And guess what? Last year, I doubled my income. This year, I'm on track to make well over triple my income I made in 2021 on top of that, which was already doubled, and I'm not even 5 months into the year 2022. So this shit works, okay? And if you're being honest, I want to talk about the first roadblock here. How do you feel about money and making it? Are you scared to admit that the reason you're in real estate is to make money, is to become rich? Because you can't be afraid to say, I'm in this for the money. You all are in this for the money, okay? Yes, you're helping people, and that might be right alongside of it, but you're in it to make money. You're in this to get you out of situations that you're currently in. And so you have to be wanting financial freedom and not being able to hide that, and stop hiding it. Because when you're thinking you're guilty for wanting to make money and become incredibly abundant in money, or what you make isn't enough, it's okay to be a little vain. I wanted to get in real estate investing because I needed to make money. Yeah, there were other reasons I got into real estate investing, but the main thing was I wanted to make money, and I wasn't okay with a mediocre low income. I wasn't okay with negative in my bank account anymore. And when you hide the fact that you want more money, you're actually blocking that energy. I don't say go like announce it to the whole freaking world, but what I'm saying is admit it to yourself. And that way you don't block the energy and the money flowing to you. Let yourself want what you want, and let yourself be okay with making so much and not thinking you're a bad person, which leads into my next thing here in a minute, which is, well, Liz, so many people that I know make a ton of money are actually horrible and selfish people. And I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like those people that make all this money and they're incredibly selfish. Stop that. Like, no, do not think that way. Like, stop that belief right now. Money amplifies who you already are in the inside. If you are a really good person, money's just going to amplify that goodness. If you're a greedy person, then yeah, money is going to amplify that. I personally am not available to think that just because I make a lot of money, I'm a horrible person. Sorry, I don't believe that. I'm a damn good person, and I'm going to admit that. I use money to support my team, which in turn supports their family. I had to hire them. I have 4 assistants. I use money to donate to charitable causes. I use money to empower others in real estate investing. I wouldn't be able to be here and do these lives if I wasn't making money from real estate so that I could coach you guys and have that freedom to be able to coach on a more regular basis. I use money to pay for tools for my business that gets me out there to help more sellers, help more buyers, and even you guys. Money allows me to do that. It allows me the freedom to do what I want, which is to change other people's lives. And I am not ashamed of making money. I'm not ashamed of being wealthy. Why would I be? I'm not blocking my path to success over some very limiting beliefs that money makes people bad or greedy. The most successful people in this world donate most of their income, and it comes back to them tenfold. They change lives. They help the less fortunate. They help them. And in all the books I read, they tell you to donate. They tell you to give with what aligns with you, whether it's $5 or it's $1 million. They tell you that that's one of the best ways to attract more money. So talking about that is what seems a lot to you now in a year or two will seem like nothing. There was a time when $10K a month was like such a far-fetched idea for me. Like, there's no way I will ever make $10,000 a month. Like, that's just so much money. You know, I make maybe 5 would be my goal. Maybe 5 would be my goal. You know, I could do 5 a month. That's realistic. That's pushing it, but I can do it. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, 10K a month means I'm broke. That means I fucked up somewhere. Like, I'm not doing deals. I don't know what's going on, but it's stressing me out. It's all relative, and it will change as your mindset grows. And this is good, because when 10K seems like you're becoming broke, This means that you have grown into a different mindset, and it means you're moving up, and it means that you are aligning with your higher and best self. Now, if 10K makes you feel on top of the world, great. And it did for a long time. I remember my first 10K month when it started coming like consistently. Now it's more, and that's great, and I'm fine with that. And I put more money into my business, which makes me reach more people. So kind of keep that in mind. So let's go into my next belief that I feel like we need to debunk, which is money is inconsistent and scarce. That makes me like cringe just even wanting to say it. You have to stop thinking that way. You are literally stopping money from flowing to you, and money is only energy. And in all these books you read, they literally say, if you think about it, like Think and Grow Rich, I mean, it's in the title. Money is only energy, and if you believe in law of attraction and that your thoughts create your reality, then you need to think that money can always be replaced, and it is always flowing to me. You can always make more. Real estate investing is not a 9-to-5 job. You don't have a salary cap. This is a limitless business. You can make 10K a month. You can make $10 million a month, $100 million. You could become billionaires with real estate. You can always replace what you spend plus some, but you have to get to a place where you believe that. You have to get to a place where you no longer stress that money's coming to you. And even if you are broke as shit right now, because I started broke, negative, up to like my ears in debt, you have to still believe that you're wealthy. You have to still believe that the money's there and it's coming to you, and it's always coming to you. It's not going to stop. You're not going to have one good month and it's going to go away. But you have to get into that belief that, you know what, I'm no longer available for being broke. I'm going to go out there and get what I want, and money's coming to me, and it's going to happen, and this is the way I'm going to make it happen, plus other ways. And then finally, I want to cover, I'm reading my notes because I'm getting off track. And finally, I want to cover release what happens if you do mess up. You're going to mess up in this business, guys. I still mess up to this day. And you will learn, if anything, you will learn much better by making mistakes than never making a mistake. You are going to learn so much about the business when you don't know what the hell you're doing. Then if you sit there and just learn and sit there and do all this training and all of that, get out there. If you lose money, you're going to make it back. That's the power of belief you have to get. Oh, you know what? If I fuck this up, I'll get that money back. It's going to suck, sure, but I'm going to get that money back. And when you think of it that way, it will always be replenished. So I would love in the chat if you could tell me right now, what do you feel your blocks are when it comes to money mindset? And don't be ashamed. This is a safe space. So tell me, and don't be scared to get vulnerable. What is a belief or what came up while I was talking that triggered you? What is something like, oh, fuck that, she's not right. There's no way she's right. Like, okay, yeah, it happened for her, but that's not my current situation. What came up for you? Because until you deal with these blocks, you will stay frustrated and you will wonder why the hell this isn't working for you. So I want to see like all these comments coming through here. When I get out of my appointment, I'm going to come back and check these lives, and I will check throughout the next couple of days what, for the people that are watching the replay, what came up for you. And last but not least, let's tell you a little bit about what's required. What do you need to do? You need to show up and do the damn work. Get your mind right. Get yourself right. And your desires will have no choice but to come and fall in line with what you're working on. If you need a book that recommends of law of attraction, that's the very basic, is The Secret. And I'm currently reading another book, and as soon as I'm done, I'm going to do a whole video on it. It's phenomenal. Like, it breaks down The Secret into like scientific reasons and why this shit is legit. Like how your energy can spread. Like they took people's saliva and put it miles away, and the saliva reacted when the person reacted to something. Cool shit. Anyway, I'll talk about that book soon. But anyway, getting off track. I am going to read all of these comments, but the first thing I want to say is we have an upcoming masterclass on Monday. This is the last masterclass we are doing until fall time, and we don't even know what month yet. So if you are wanting to get into real estate investing, take this masterclass. It's only $27. There are no excuses here. You need to make time for this. So, and the universe will make it happen. Quick example, then I got to go. Last night, we have a marketing coach, not for the real estate side, obviously, that would be weird, but we do for the coaching business so that we can provide better marketing to like how we reach out to you guys as far as like, you know, how you even found us. Some of you found us through social media, all that, but also so that we can provide the best experience for our students. And I can tell you that all of our students hopefully love us and know that we do everything in our power to provide them with what they need to be successful in real estate. But getting off. Anyway, we had this meeting with our coach, and I know I needed to be on this meeting. It was last night, 7 p.m. Eastern, because he's in Australia. Okay. I couldn't miss this call, and I needed to be fully present. Like, I was like, I'm committed. We pay these guys over $2,500 a month. So I was like, I need to be on here. But the only time he could talk was 7 p.m. Eastern, and that was the exact time I had to pick up my son from MMA, Hunter. And I was like, you know what? Nope, this is going to happen some way or another. I'm getting on this freaking call, even if I have to do it from my car. I really wanted to be home and present, but I was like, I need to be on this call. And what I did was I was like, I'm going to make this happen. And I showed up to Hunter's class early. He magically ended 10 minutes early. They never do. They always run late. He raced out, which again is great because if you know any 9-year-old boy, they take their freaking time doing anything. And it took me 15 minutes to get home. So I was going to show up around 7:05. I was like, okay, well, I'll start the call on Zoom and then I'll come back. And no. So the coach ran over with his previous client. So I got home, was able to sit there, and something as small as that, I manifested being able to talk to him, and I had some insane breakthroughs last night of better ways I could help my students. It was insane. There was no traffic. There was nothing. I opened Zoom as soon as he opened the meeting room, and I was able to be present. So if you have not attended one of these classes and you're not a student, because it really no point for you to be in there, guys. I love you guys, but you get more in your training. If you have not attended this, attend it, make the time. The replays are available in the group for the entire week. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're doing it in the evening this time. We may never do it again in the evening. We always have done 10 a.m. because this blocks off our evenings for the entire week. But we are making this happen. This is your last chance. We're going to cover wholesaling, buy and hold, fix and flip. We're going to give you some starter points. We are actually going to give you action there. We have had people put deals under contract while during this class. We are going to be doing a lot that week. And it's only $27 for those of you that have taken. If you don't mind sharing what you thought, please, I would love to let other people see how this works. But at the end of the day, money and mindset go hand in hand. And when you know without a doubt that you are going to make money, you are going to be so freaking successful in this business. Deals are going to fall in your lap. When you have no doubt that this is going to work out for you, I really wish I could see the comments. It's driving me nuts. You're going to have no doubt. And I really hope this helped you. If you guys came in, even if you missed the first 5 minutes, go back. You're not going to want to miss this. But I really hope that this helps some of you. I talk to a lot of you in the chat, and I understand where you're at. I understand the fear. I understand the scarcity of things. I understand, well, okay, great, Liz, your lowest cost program is this. I can't afford that. You will figure it out. If you really believe real estate's going to happen for you, you're going to make this happen. All of my students have made it happen. I made it happen. Laura made me pay to go through coaching with her. My own freaking mother. But now I appreciate it. It made me level up. So I'm going to head on into my appointment. It's really bright out here. I live in Florida, for those that don't know. So I kept my sunglasses on. But I hope this was helpful. Please, please, please leave me your feedback. I'm going to come back and read it all. And thank you guys for those of you that stayed on the whole time. It was really nice, like, getting to share this. I was so excited I couldn't sleep. I slept 3 hours last night. And the only reason you don't see massive bags is because I have a lot of makeup on. But I really hope this helped. I just hammered for probably my longest live ever. I got to get in. So bye everybody. Have a wonderful week, and let's get out there and do some things. I'm going to also have the link in the comments, but I will also edit this video afterwards to put the link into the description, as well as fix the name. All right. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.